K-100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
Oh, what up? What up? Yeah. Hold on. Get my background music going. What's up?
You're smack dab in the hottest hip hop and R&B mixes on K-100 Radio.
All right, let's get to it.
You are tuned to K-100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
What up?
K-100, you bastard!
K-100 Radio, I'm your host, Blizzard. Thanks, buddy, for tuning in to the show. I got to make sure I get my audio recorded over here. What's going on, man? Welcome, everybody, to K-100 Radio. This is our live direct line interview. I got to get my lighting back tight over here. It was cool, but I got to fix it. I had to change a couple of things. But welcome, everybody, to our another round of our direct line interviews on K-100 Radio. For this particular segment that we do over here on K-100 Radio, let me get my Instagram live popping too. What we do over here on K-100 Radio with these particular segments is we chop it up with independent artists, all right? We chop it up with politicians. We chop it up with porn stars. We chop it up with some of everybody. But basically, this is called our direct line interviews. What we do with these is we just have a frank one-on-one direct conversation with our special guests that we have on the line, all right? If it's an independent artist, of course, then we tend to rock out to the music, rock out to a video or two or something like that. You know what I'm saying? If you're having any interest in having one of our direct line interviews, just hit us up, all right? Go to our website, K100radio.com, all right? And go to the ads and promo page. But without further ado, all right? All right? We're bringing Jay Heat on the line today as our special guest. Jay Heat, what's good, fam?
What's going on? It's your boy Jay. He's checking in. Game time. Let's get it.
All right. What's up, man? Let's jump right into it then, shall we?
You are tuned to K-100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
All right. Shout out to the homie Jay Heat, man. Welcome, man. Our direct line.
Appreciate
our direct line guest today, man. He's on the line with. So first of all, I like to go ahead and just stop the music, man. Whenever I do my direct line interviews, and go ahead and let you go. Just introduce yourself to our listening audience. Tell them who you are, where you from, and what you about to come with, dog. Go ahead. You got the floor.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Jay Heat. I'm checking in. I'm originally from Jamaica, Queens. I'm an Atlanta resident for over 10 years. And right now I'm pushing a single called Game Time. I got a mixtape hosted by DJ Plug coming out. It's called The Biggest Story Ever. And that's what we're rocking to right now. And Game Time.
All right. Turn these back up. All right, man. So listen, for our direct line interviews, man, we just like to have like a real straight up, frank conversation. We talk about all kind of stuff. So it may be something that's going on like right now. It's going to be about the music. It's going to be about, a plethora of things, man. But it's really focused on kind of getting to know you. You know what I'm saying? Now, we got your video, by the way. All right. We got the latest video that you got out.
Okay,
Game Time.
Cool.
We're going to run that for everybody that's watching over there on Facebook Live. For the Facebook Live people, they'll be able to see the video. If you're listening to us over here on Instagram Live, you won't be able to see the video, but you'll be able to hear the song. All right? So it's kind of give and take, you know what I'm saying, depending on where you at. If you want to watch the video, jump on our Facebook Live. If you want to just hear the song, you can check it out on Instagram, or if you're listening on our broadcast, tune in radio, on our mobile app, or on our website. We on the line right now rocking with Jay Heat. All right? So listen, fam. First of all, man, I see that you in Atlanta by way of Jamaica, Queens. How long you been down here?
I've been out here since the end of October 04. So
oh yeah, you've been down here.
It's definitely been a little while.
Yeah. you officially, I guess you officially, technically from here. You know what I'm saying? How old was you when you got down here?
Yeah, that's I've got that from several people, so I fell into that.
Right. So well, it all depends on the age. How old was you when you got down here? How old was you when you touched down?
I was about like 16 years old, 17.
You from Atlanta? You from Atlanta?
Atlanta native, huh?
When you go back home to Queens for the family reunion, I bet you kind of feel a little bit, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't know, fam. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the same as those teenage years, those crucial years, man. So anyway, that tell us about how that works, though. When you from, you from up top, you came down here. Tell us a little bit about how much of the game you incorporate from both areas into your music. Let's start right there.
I'll say that New York basically instills certain strategies and structure in me, a hustler and different things inside of me and traits. I'll say that Atlanta right now, especially the situation that's going on, especially when I came down here, is Black Hollywood. So it's like you get a lot of opportunities put out there close. A lot more that it would have took a long time and a lot more work to get to in New York. You know, and there's so many more people trying to get to that. Yeah. So down, it was like New York prepared me for here, and then here it was like, oh, okay, cool.
Right. So you think so essentially you kind of think it's easier to kind of get on in Atlanta than it is in New York. You know, I
can. Much easier.
Yeah, you think so? What about the? Let me ask you this. Not even the opportunities though, but like, what about like? We know it's a lot of opportunities here, but you know it's a lot of connections in New York. What about the people? Like, can you tell me a little bit about the way the people accept independent artists? The difference in both regions. If you kind of touch on that a little bit.
I don't. Like, it's really hard for you to be an independent artist to come out of New York. Mm-hmm. You know, down, like in Atlanta, as I said, so many things is accessible to you that you can be an artist and be independent and market yourself, and people follow and hop on the whole wave. New York, the only way I see really just is really you would have to go viral, basically. You know,
right.
Like I said, there's too many people, too many platforms, and then the platforms, you know, they're at a different stage of the game. Like, remember, a lot of the labels in New York, you know, a lot of the big outlets is in New York. So those people you can't just walk up to and, hey, can you listen to my music or anything like that. It's hard to even get them here or anything like that, you know. And then there's a lot of major labels and situations in New York. So it's you can't. It's harder in New York.
Right.
You know, it's harder for you to get your music played in a club with a DJ. It's harder for you to get your music on the radio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if they play 5 seconds on the radio, it's harder for that. You know that.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
It's harder for that. It's harder to just network with people because you know certain people's salaries is higher, and you know, or they just feel themselves because of they get more exposure up there. You know, so.
Okay. Well, I definitely understand that, and we, you know, it's so different. At least I think, you know, I can't even really argue with anything you're saying. I think at least in both markets, there are at least some connections in both, you know. But the way they operate is just different. You know what I'm saying? It really is different. It's a different mood and vibe when you're dealing with the people within the industry itself. Like, you know, the smaller outlets, the bigger outlets, the promoters, everything is just, you know, it's kind of a different vibe. So I can definitely understand and attest to that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like in New York, there's some $1 million DJs who reside there and work there, and they're from also there. So it's like you ask them to play the record if they're host DJ in a club or anything. You give them 100 is really like nothing. You know, if they play your songs because they mess your song. But down here, you can easily play your song in a hot club, you know, and flip the DJ 100 and he play your song. You know.
Right. I get it. I got it. All right, so let's move it on. Let's talk a little bit about, you know, the music itself. We see that you got a lot of work, man. You rocking with Plug. You got R&B on the track. You know what I'm saying? You know you're really connecting the dots and putting in the work that's necessary in order for you to get to where you at. You know what I'm saying, and get to where you want to be. Tell me about your grind so far as an independent artist. How many projects do you have out? Like I said, we got some music. We're getting ready to play the video and hear the new song that you got called Game Time. But how many projects are you sitting on right now, and how many times have you, you know, released a full project? How many videos you got out? Tell us about the grind thus far. Where you at with it?
This my first full project. Is 20 tracks. I also already had the biggest story ever too. You know, ready already. It's already ready. You know, it's just where I want to drop all that. You know, I really did everything. With timing, with actually marketing and promo stuff like that, that's what really led to the release dates and everything. Because I was trying to be smart on how I promote it and how I put it out, you know, so it could be heard and, you know, land on the right laps. But I'm an artist, and I've been around for a little while, but I was in the behind the scenes. You know, I've been on the road. Some people I've been in entourage, but I did my own thing. Right. You know, so it's like I really seen a lot of things in the background, and then. At the same time, I wasn't even doing music. But then eventually he was like, I felt like that was my way out. That was the way for me to express myself. That, there's not a lot of people I speak to, but I can always make music, and then there are different ways for people to hear it, and just for somebody to hear it and be like, oh, okay, that's what he's talking about. And it just felt like, okay, cool, that was a way to express myself.
All right. So now when you say I want to dig a little bit deeper. You said you were behind the scenes. All right. Behind the scenes, what exactly were you doing in the game? Before you decided to go ahead and jump in front of the mic, what were you doing? Were you promoting? Were you a producer? Were you a manager? Kind of what were you doing on the low before you decided to go ahead and pick the mic up yourself?
Well, I'll say in about 09, yeah, I was doing promotions. I had one club that was on Fridays, one club that was on Saturdays, and I was doing stuff like that and stuff on the side also. But then I had a homeboy who he had a record deal, and he had a record deal with Universal Music Group, and with another label. And so with that, he was basically opening up for artists that was.
Hello.
They got a lot of exposure, and just being around that. That's what really, they helped me learn a lot of things, the ups and downs and what not to do and stuff like that.
Right.
And a lot of just different situations around, just being around certain DJs, certain artists you're cool with, just hanging around with them, and you just see certain things that's like, it's not acceptable, certain things that's like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right, exactly. Well, again, we're live right now on K-100 Radio. This is our direct live interview. We chopping it up with the homie Jay Heat, you did?
You are tuned to K-100 Radio, hip-hop and R&B.
Hey, we just giving a rundown. For our direct line interviews, man, we pretty much pull the artists on the line. We talk to them. We play their music. We run their video if they got one. We got one with Jay Heat that we getting ready to drop on the Facebook Live. So if you're over there on the Facebook Live, you'll be able to see the video in a second. You guys listening on Instagram Live, just tuning in, checking out this interview, you'll be able to hear the songs. You know what I mean? But what we do is just we chop it up and have a real conversation with the artist, the homie Jay Heat. He's repping Jamaica, Queens, and Atlanta. I'm gonna call him an ATL because he's been here since his crucial teenage years. You know what I'm saying? But of course, I know he's got those New York roots in him, man. So you've worked with a lot of different people. But tell me, how did you get up with DJ Plug, who was somebody that I actually know? DJ Plug is a pretty cool dude. How did y'all hook up for this project? And also, how did you end up getting the track from Nard and B? Go ahead and tell us about that before we even play any of this music.
Okay, so, how me and Plug hooked up is that really Plug, I seen his whole movement going on like years ago. And I was like, okay, I salute that. And I hooked up with him outside of a club called Aquarius on the west side and spoke to him, everything. We exchanged numbers. And ever since then, we kept in contact, and every time we wanted to release a single or anything like that, we definitely worked together. Nard and B, I just definitely love their beats. I just feel like that's my wave. I just like it. You know what I'm saying? I deal with other producers, but I love Nard and B's beats.
Yeah.
And,
they dope. They dope.
Yeah, definitely.
Who else? Let me ask you this. It's for I saw that you had a track with No Plug, who's also a producer. I mean, not DJ Plug, who's also a producer. But who else you got on the album doing some production? Like you got Nard and B, you got Plug, but who else you got on there? Who else you got some tracks from on this project that you got dropping out here?
That's basically like they took up most of my mixtape.
Uh-huh.
I got them. I got Plug. I got Siberia. I got Nard and B. And they. I'm trying to think. I don't want to leave anybody out.
It's all right. They listen. If you do, sometimes they'll be all right. They understand.
But those are basically. Yeah, I mean, I got Armoretta. She's on one of my tracks. I got Made Man, who had the song with Offset. Big Money. He's on the mixtape.
Right.
But Trenchler B, and Plug, they took up most of the beats, and then Blazing Beats is on it. Siberia is on there, and that's pretty much it.
All right, we're coming up on this halfway point of this interview, so I definitely want to go ahead and jump into the music. You dig? And so we got this joint called Game Time by you, man. First of all, tell me what made you decide to go with this as your single? Because you said 20-something tracks on this project, a lot of tracks. So what made you? How'd you pick this one for the single?
I just felt like that was my mood, when it comes to you got to go to clubs, you got to you gotta be, you can't just release a song and that's the song you're releasing. I would want to be really, behind the song where that's my mood, I'm pumped, and stuff like that. And Game Time is just a song that really takes you away from the usual depressing songs that's coming out right now. And it just makes it feel like it's your time, I want everybody to feel like it's their time, feel pumped. It's election day. It's like, come on, game time. Go vote. Go whatever you got to do. Let's do it.
All right, we getting ready to jump in. I got to ask you to do it real quick, though, because it's what do you mean by depressing songs that's out? Like, you feel like the industry is dropping a lot of depressing songs? I feel like they're doing a lot of club shit, but what do you feel? You feel like there's a lot of depressing shit coming out?
Well, I mean, like, there's a lot of great songs. There's a lot of great music out, because that's what I listen to. But, no, but I'm saying there is a lot. I mean, it seems like the people who, like, they're high up there, like, who they've gained maybe success in a certain amount of time, and maybe I didn't even know who they are. Rest in peace, Extension, but a lot of different people, I mean, you hear some depressing music on there or certain things, or you hear people saying they depressed, I just want to take them out of that,
All right, I understand that. Shaquela over there checking us out over there on the Facebook Live. Shout out to her. We getting ready to go ahead and drop this joint, man. This is Game Time, all right? This is the one that's produced by Nard and B, right? Correct?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, man. Let's check this joint out, man. If you're over there on the Facebook Live, of course, you can see the video. And again, if you listen to us on the mobile app or on the website, or if you're watching us on Instagram Live or whatever, then you guys will be able to hear the music. But let us know what you think. Go ahead and give you feedback, and we'll be right back. We rocking right now. This is a direct line interview, K-100 Radio. We got the homie Jay Heat on the line. Check this joint out. It's called Game Time.
Game time. See, when it's your time to win, can't nothing stop you but you. Hustler last a lifetime.
I've been hustling, I've been struggling, I've been grinding, I've been trying, yeah, all my life. I've been shining, I've been flying, I've been the boss, nigga, I've been hired. Now it's game time, 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 now it's game time. Counting money, that's all I do. Married to the game, like, yeah, I do. Hungry, but I don't need food. Running, but I don't need shoes. Watch my back, don't make me rude. You counted me out, now look at you. You laughed at me, or he laughed at you. You was talking about me, we didn't talk about you. Fly it and then Jimmy Choose. Fly it and you want your blue. Shout out to my baby mom, yeah, she slept on me too. Shout out to my old homeboys, yeah, they thought I was through. See me in that brand new car, see me hanging out that roof. Catch me in the studio, see me hanging out that booth. See me in the streets, and you know I got some work to do. See me in the club, and you know I get a spin or two. I've been hustling, I've been struggling, I've been grinding, I've been trying, yeah, all my life. I've been shining, I've been flying, I've been the boss, nigga, I've been hired. Now it's game time, 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 now it's game time. You know, I've been hustling since like 10th grade, trying to make a better way, trying to get a better deal, trying to see my first meal, trying to see my mama rich. Don't forget my brother and sis, family first, cause y'all niggas switch. Fuck y'all niggas and take y'all bitches. Y'all like numbers, I like ditches. Y'all like bitches, I like riches. Take your bitch and put it in the kitchen. See how fast she wipe the dishes. Give it a dick just for listening. Take the dick just for bitch and put it in the track, then back to business.
Game. See, the problem is, right, everybody don't know how to play your position. Everybody wanna be a winner, but everybody can't win. You gotta hit hard, move silent, or you're bound to crash.
I've been hustling, I've been struggling, I've been grinding, I've been trying, yeah, all my life. I've been shining, I've been flying, I've been the boss, nigga, I've been hired. Now it's game time, 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 now it's game time.
You are tuned to K-100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
K-100, you bastard!
My bad. K-100 Radio, I'm your host, Blizzard. Thanks for tuning in to the show. I didn't have my mic turned on. I had the mute button on. We rocking out with the homie Jay Heat right now. We live on a direct line interview with K-100 Radio. Name of that joint was called Game Time, produced by R&B. Shout out to the homie, man. If you was checking it out over there on the Facebook Live, we appreciate your feedback. All right. Let me see. The conductor over there on Instagram Live, they said that joint was hot. All right. Yeah, so shout out to him for checking us out over here on the Instagram Live page. Again, that was the homie Jay Hot. We checking out.
I appreciate that.
For sure, man. We live right now on K100 Radio, man. So I appreciate everybody who's listening in on the mobile app. Anybody checking us out on the social media feeds. So listen, man, what's next for you? You got this. This is the first single. What's the next single on that joint? Tell us what's coming up next, homie.
Oh, so my next single, it's for the ladies, man. I really love it. I love the groove to it. You know what I'm saying? It feels like an old age, new age song. And it's called Wondering. It's featuring T Hood. You know what I'm saying? He got a movement going on from East Atlanta, you know, and he's also related to Plug. And it's an R&B on the beat.
I got to get
it's
that.
Called Wondering. Yeah, so we pushing that. It's basically for the ladies, you know, and it's just basically like how right now, especially they came out with Cash App, so a lot of females is just money, money, money. And a lot of things that come out their mouth, you know, what they look for, the decisions they made is based on money, money, money.
Yeah, yeah. You know, we with the people that plugged us in. Shout out to Rhea for plugging in this particular interview. You know, they sent us the Game Time joint, but I wish they would have sent us that one because now you're talking about it. Now I want to hear that joint. Is it available on like all the mobile streaming devices? Like, is it on Spotify, YouTube, and all that stuff where they can hear that?
I mean, it's on right now. It's just got like pre-release, so. It's on a mixtape. It's on a Grand Hustle and Hood Rich mixtape.
Okay.
With MLK, you know, MLK, DJ MLK, you know, he's Hustle Gang and everything. He's helped pushing the record, you know. So it's on his mixtape that just came out, Money Talk, Bullshit Walk.
All right.
And it's on live mixtape right now. And the method, the link is in DJ MLK bio.
Okay. All right. So, man, yeah, I mean, go check that out, man. Shout out to DJ MLK. Somebody else who I also met is a really cool dude. You know, shout out to him. I've seen him several times at different events, and he's always, always humble, down to earth cat. So shout out to, you're working with a lot of people, dog. That's really, really grinders and really can plug you in. It seems like you're in a great position right now. I got to give you that. I got to give you a round of applause for that. You're in a good position because everybody that you're working with right now, people that's showing you some love right now. That's really good. That's a really good look as an independent artist, man. You really working with some good people. I
really appreciate it, man. And I just can't wait to work with, a few other people who's easier to work with, and I just can't wait to, I like networking, collaborating,
Right.
So I definitely love.
Yeah, the game ain't always sweet like that though. Like tell us what's so far in this game, in this industry, what you've done. Tell us, man. Give us like real quick. Halloween just passed. Well, we all in Thanksgiving, but it's fresh off Halloween. Give us a real quick rundown on like the worst nightmare experience you ever had in the industry so far. What's like the worst shit that's happened to you so far?
In the music?
Yeah, in the industry, period.
I'll just say just meeting people who's hard to work with just because it's the hip-hop industry, so it's a lot of egos, pride, stuff like that. You might have features from artists, and like in the studio, everything is all good. You got chopping up, saying everything.
Right.
Got agreement. And then when it comes to the music video, what music video? So
yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I've had one situation where I was in the studio with an artist, and I went upstairs. I went upstairs to go smoke. I didn't want to smoke in the studio. I just went upstairs to go smoke.
Right.
At Patchwork Studios, and the cameraman went down to try to basically, get a little footage or something on them on camera while they in the studio and everything. And then by the time the cameraman came upstairs and told me, hey, they didn't want me to film them or anything like that. I was just going downstairs just to holler at them real quick. They're gone. They left.
Wow.
They left.
They left. Wait. No, I'm saying they left because
they did the song.
Oh, okay.
They did the song, but because they did it like they did it like no pen, no pad. So they did it pretty quick actually.
Okay.
But
all right.
it was as soon as I was going downstairs, they were done. So they was I didn't even see the back of their foot. They was gone. And
But
the only person who was still there was their DJ. And I was like, wait, where they went? He was like, oh, it's done. You want to hear it?
Oh, okay. Did they break out because of the camera? They didn't want to because they was mad about the camera, or they were just like, I did my joint and I got my. Did you pay him? Was that a feature that you paid for? Like, was that a paid fee?
He did. He did it. He did the song. That, you know what I'm saying? He did the song and everything.
Right.
He was done and everything. But just for like a little promo, basically like, get 10 seconds of him on film,
Right.
And for the promo video for the song. Even if we never did a video, at least we would have had a promo video together, you know what I'm saying, about the song and everything.
Okay,
and it's his DJ who really hooked it up, you know what I'm saying?
That's I don't know, man. That is a little frugazi though. I'm just saying, like, come on, fam, we vibing in the lab, and you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, get a little footage or a little drop or something. So you know what I mean. That's kind of flawed. I ain't gonna lie. You ain't got to name no names, but they know who they knew. I guess they know if they ever catch wind of this interview. That was kind of flawed. That was kind of flawed. I mean, you in the lab with somebody and you cooking up. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, you got to get the footage and the drop and all that.
And we're both in the same city.
It's basic.
We're both around the same city. We're right around the corner.
That's bad. That's bad right there. Shout out to Lexa Drew. She's over there watching over on the Facebook Live too. Shout out to her for checking in, man. And I see, you got a lot going on, man. You've got one of DJ Small's interviews. You've got music all over the on Spotify. You've got the joint you said that's gonna be on MLK's new mixtape. You've got your whole. I got the
out now.
out now. So I got the cover right here. Let me go ahead and put this on the screen for the Facebook people. That's the cover right there for the biggest story ever told. That's the cover right there. So if you're on our Facebook Live, you can see what the cover looked like right there. That deep red, you know what I'm saying, that deep red brush on it. You feel what I'm saying? So that's dope. All right, man. So you guys make sure you go check out Jay Heat, man, and go rock with him. Also, earlier, dog, I know you said, it's game time. Go vote. What do you feel about that real quick, since it is election day and, it's a lot of people who don't believe in voting and whatnot or what have you, especially people that deal in hip-hop. I definitely don't agree with that because I got too much shit. And I got a lot of shit on the line. I got properties. I got businesses. So I definitely go do my due diligence. But real quick, what do you feel about voting and all that? Because I heard you mention it earlier.
It's definitely go vote. It's right now. There's so much going on, and if people want to just say, "Oh, it's about blacks" or anything like that, if you feel like that or any type of way you feel, go vote. Because if you vote, you can't really speak on anything. You know what I'm saying? Your votes do matter. Like, even the Stacey Abrams election situation. Like, look how close it was, you know what I'm saying? So, I definitely hope she wins and everything, but definitely go vote. You know what I'm saying? That's where you can speak up. Because in every single election, it don't matter what the person's running for. Every single one of them matters. Even in Atlanta right now, where they're going through a lot of situations in DeKalb County with the clubs and the hours and the stuff that go on with the city. You know what I'm saying? All that trickles down from somewhere. So anytime there's an election, go vote. You know what I'm saying? Just see who is the closest to going for what you need in your community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Love that answer, man. Like I said, man, I look, I ain't here to judge you. I just ain't gonna argue with you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, you know what I'm saying? Me and you ain't, we definitely not finna argue about the state of anything. Or we ain't gonna argue about, you know what I'm saying, what's going on in the country and all that kind of stuff if you don't even vote. Like, is everybody right to do it? People died for you to have the right to do it or not to do it. But the point is, and I respect everybody's opinion on it, but what I ain't gonna do is sit there and go back and forth and argue with you about fucking politics and you don't even vote. That's what I'm not gonna do.
And you're not voting.
Yeah, so we're not gonna do that.
Voting, no.
Yeah, we ain't doing that. All right, man. Yo, really dope interview, man. Make sure you go check out Jay Heat, man. Go check him out, man. He's got a really dope project. Like I said, he's got the one out with no plug. He's got that joint Game Time that we watched that was produced by Nard and B that we just played. If you just missed it, the video just dropped. We got another interview coming up, right? We got let me see. We got Halloween coming up. Yeah, that's Halloween. I got to holler at this guy. He's from Cincinnati. He's on the line, I think. I see that 513 in the queue over there, so I'm pretty sure he's on the line, man. But real quick, shout out to the homie Kelby Canick over there, checking in from Making It Magazine. Kelby Canick's over there watching on Facebook Live. Shout out to Kelby from Making It Magazine. He's over there watching on Facebook Live. DJ Mester, what's going on, man? Checking us out over here on Instagram Live too, man. So listen, I appreciate everybody who's watching this particular interview, man. If you missed any parts of this interview, you can always catch it over there on our YouTube page. We throw the video version over on YouTube. Of course, Our Facebook Live videos always stay up. And also, we record this and we put it over there on our SoundCloud page. So it's various ways that you can always catch a direct line interview in its entirety if you ever miss any of it live on these social media feeds, all right? Again, salute to the homie J Heat, man. Any parting words, man? Give us your website, social media, and where they can find that music one more time before we roll on, homie.
Man, I definitely appreciate every single person who supports me. You know, my Instagram is jheat44. My Twitter is jheat, JAYHEAT. You know, just go rock with me. You know, Game Time, Apple Music, on every platform that's available. You know, Biggest Story Ever. Will be released everywhere. Wondering, it's on DJ MLK's mixtape on his bio for Grand Hustle. You know, we just moving and grooving right now. Let's get it.
Absolutely, dog. All right, man. Appreciate it. Shout out to the homie J Heat. K-100 Radio. I'm your host, Blizzard. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to the show. All right, make sure you don't go nowhere. Don't move. All right, make sure you pause. All right, hold on. Let me check my line real quick. I think the homie Halloween is on deck. Yo, Halloween.
Yeah, what's